Everybody, and welcome back. Week 4, the final set of rivalry games for this first stretch. And tonight, we've got a gem. Let's take a look at the 5 things to watch for as we head into Week 4 of the Crack Kill season for 2021. Quick hit number 1. Top Shelf Clash. A battle at the top of the standings is a game to watch this week as the Mean Genes take on the Dimebags. They're 1-2 in the standings. They're 1-2 in scoring. And they both boast players in the top 10 in scoring. The Genes with 3. Cup, Kelsey, and Jamar Chase, the rookie, who's had a big season so far, especially based on his preseason performance. On the other side, it's Matt Stafford and Tom Brady for the Dimebags. Of course, Brady was the Bags keeper, and he's one of the men to watch this week. The Bags will be especially focused on the game tonight, the game of the century for Sunday night, to see if Tom can keep things rolling, while the Genes, the defending champions, look for a 4th straight win to start the season and just to stretch that winning streak that they've had to keep going. We'll see who ends up 4-0 and who's clawing back to try to get back to 4-1 next week. Quick hit number 2, up and down. The other undefeated team is Phil's Fugitives, but they face a team going in the opposite direction in King Kwan. Fugitives are 3rd in scoring, just 1 point more than the 4th place spot. King Kwan, on the other hand, last. Kwan already dealing with injuries and limping into this week, as well as trying to just fill spots. The Fugitives know they need to keep winning to keep pace at the top of the league, as of course there will be a 4-0 team following this week. The only question is, will the Fugitives be tied, or will that 4-0 team be alone at the top? Kwan is trying to avoid an 0-4 start, and although we do have the extra game this season, that could be disastrous for them returning to the playoffs or potentially returning to the title game. We'll see. Quick hit number 3, Low Flyers. There's one more 0-3 team that we need to talk about, and that's Superfly TNT. They'll take on Shittown today. The Fly's 3 losses, though, have come by a combined 25 points, including a 3-point loss in Week 1, losing by just 12 to the undefeated Dimebags in Week 2, and then losing by 11 last week. The shootout with the Bags was probably the Fly's most impressive performance this season, but they will need to keep rolling if they want a chance to get off the schneid for the season. They do have a star-studded defense led by Myles Garrett, jettisoned by no comment 2 weeks ago, and then responded with 4.5 sacks last week, but didn't start. We'll see if Superfly can get the same numbers out of him today in a start, and if Garrett can make a mark for his new team. They'll just be hoping to slow down Patrick Mahomes of Shittown. Quick hit number 4, the Business Bowl. The first of 2 business bowls for 2021 comes in Week 4, with all business looking to bounce back from their first loss of the season. They will take out the car this week, not for a Sunday drive, but for an evening cruise on Monday night. But AB is also dealing with injuries. Several players have hurt their ribs, including Gronk, DeAndre Hopkins, who will play. They've also got Juju Smith-Schuster with a possible head injury. We'll keep an eye on his status as well this week. Unfinished business, also coming out for loss, although it is their second of the year. Look like they'll be operating with 3 quarterbacks today. That sometimes works. We'll see if UB can make it work today. Of course, Unfinished Business won the title made it to the title game and took second last year. A win to get to 2-2 would be a big win for them today. Quick hit number 5, limping along. Only 3 weeks in the books of the longest NFL season in history, but teams are already facing injury concerns, both major and minor. Christian McCaffrey was the big one lost last week. We'll see if he can bounce back. Hamstring injury, sometimes tricky. Gronk's ribs that we previously mentioned. Then there are other guys like Dalvin Cook, George Kittle, nursing injuries that may allow them to play, may not. No Comment's receiving room is completely empty after they offered it up for trade last week, with Sterling Shepard being out, and they're hurting. Teams are going to be struggling to get the rest they need, and of course, the bye weeks don't start this year until week 6. So we still got another week after this week to try to get through. We'll see what happens. We still haven't seen that huge team-changing injury yet But with all these injuries popping up, it has to be due soon. Finally, the player to watch this week. They've been talking about it all week. We're looking at a guy coming into the game in Foxboro with a chip on his shoulder, wanting to prove everyone wrong. This guy is a winner. He's calm, cool, and collected, and we'll see if he can come in tonight and get that win that could change the perception of him. That guy is Mac Jones. That's it for Crack Kills Quick Hits for week 4. Good luck to everybody this week, except Future Cop.